Hello everybody and welcome to the next part of the update. So if you haven't watched my previous videos, you will know bits and bobs have been added. So a lot of new stuff has happened. Quite a bit of new stuff actually. So number one, there are now memorials. I'm soon going to start writing the script and the lore. Give me some time, I'll get it. So the first new thing is, yes, I've started building this. This side of the wall has been built. All of the wall now is finished, except from this little area here is now the only bit I have to finish. And then there's another little bit of wall which isn't important right now, which we finish later. The checkpoint here will be built later, but we have something here. This is the war memorial. Each one of the graves represents a war. I'm going to write up some lore and little wars, and each could take. So this is a graveyard. Our monuments are all like this. This is the slave mass memorial. In this world, slavery is still a thing, but a bit different. And it's not like a memorial for slaves. No. We're not a nice country. No. It's for the slaves rising up and killing civilians. Yeah, they're class below people. The lowest class here are not as low as slaves. This is the mining memorial for the mine that's going to be built here later. I'm going to have like a massacre that's happened there. People have died. We have the memorial. And the secret thing is, all the gravestones, people think the graves are that. They bring them in here and they burn them. But it's just seen as a religious building here. Next up we have a couple little buildings. We've got this one. We've got the forest that's been cut down here. These you've seen before, if you watch my others. Some new bits include a little memorial here. And the mass suicide forest. So that mass suicide forest was in here. Mass suicide and genocide happened. But we all class it as mass suicide because, you know, propaganda. Make it look like people killed themselves even though they were slaughtered in these forests. So here's the grave, which is red to show the stain of blood. You've seen these housing before if you watch my videos. We've got a couple new things like, I can't tell, is this new? No, I don't think that's new, but I can't tell. So we have this new thing. Here's a small kitchen. There's the window. Because everyone walks down this hallway. There's a new thing here. This is the waiting room, it's not been built yet. And this is the hospital for the lower class. And surprisingly, it costs you money. So if you're a middle class, you get free healthcare because you pay tax. People who live here don't pay tax, so everything they have to pay for. That's why I've made it like really shitty road materials, and all the buildings are made of like the basic materials, except the checkpoint. I've also done something else. A bit more has been built in here, but not a lot. I've also made something. This ain't a real entrance down there, but as it's part of the lore, I'm going to talk about it. So, of our enemies, there are only two nations in this universe who are superior, like us. There are two other nations. We are the most advanced. The second advanced have surveillance planes, like ours, bigger, higher, space-sized. And they look down here. And that makes it look like this is a building, but they don't know if all this is actually a building. You just see that, you'd think square, like that. So yeah, just thought I'd explain that. There's memorials now everywhere. There's one there, there's one over there, and there's one over there. So everywhere has the memorial. We're not going to talk about that. A couple other things. You'll notice the walls have been finished. That was done quite a while ago. This is the newest part. I haven't finished it. Here is the military base. And the coolest part about this one, so if you're on this watchtower here, this bell's there for a reason. There's a long line, so if anyone tries to cross, the bell will go off, go up here and shoot you dead. This red line has signs all around it saying do not cross red line. And in here it's a level 3 authority, access only. And this one's going to be level 2. And there's going to be another one, probably over there, or over there, which is going to be another military base. This one's quite an important base, so let's let you in. I've only just built this with a lot of struggle since blocks have been placed down, and sometimes I'll do a lot of building, and so the blocks just disappear. Which, not like, if a build, after I've like placed a block, it would just pop and explode. So I don't know why that is, I'll find out later, whatever. Here is the barracks, it's not finished, I've only just finished this. So here's the barracks, here's the first floor, second floor, these are the barracks. And these are all, if I haven't explained, when I have like gates like this, these are like key gates, you have to have a lock key for it, and there's a reason. There's going to be a checkpoint in there, but that's not built yet. There are 3 things in here. These 2 here are silos, and yeah, nuclear silos. No, these aren't nuclear. What was it? I haven't decided yet. I might have ballistic or nuclear, one of those 2, but big explosion weapons. That's why they're the furthest away, because the weapons, when disarmed, will take out everything in that radius. So that includes that. A big explosion. And there's 2. One with one in. One I haven't currently built one in. This one's like a launchable one. And this one's, there's nothing under that. I haven't dug down like that. It's just the look that there is something there. I've also done things with that. So it looks like this cog turns. Because you notice on this one's cog turned. This is a giant artillery cannon. I haven't put the bits in there. And it's supposed to look like it cogs, so it turns and it turns, and it fires very long distance. In here, you what else underneath. I've got a thing so you can load it, and I haven't built the IT bit because it's like all very powerful tech stuff. You've got the watchtowers and a tent. The tent's been for a while. I might have explained this before. Down here is something very important. This is the War God's Chambers. The Goddess of War, not this one, but this one. The War God's Chambers. Yep. So that's also kept under here for safety. Next up, and I can explain that in the lore later, like they're trying to build a 3rd silo, they dug down and found that. Something like that, alright? If you're going to ask that. This military base here, I haven't decided what we'll do yet, but it'll be some sort of military base. And if you're asking why military base here instead of like back over there or in here, well, it makes sense to be next to the dock, because even though you'd be like, this is the first place to invade and attack, yes, but we're so advanced, the only people fighting us have bows and arrows. Minecraft doesn't have guns, so you have to excuse that point. No, I have to use crossbows. I have classed as guns, and bows are classed as like bows and arrows, of course. So they have bows and we have crossbows, which I class as guns just for the lore's sake. And if you haven't watched other videos, that ship there, that's one of the other nations, one of the other, a little bit advanced, so they have some advancedness to them, but just look at them. They're on wooden ships still, and we've got metal iron boats and fortresses and automatic cannons. I mean, every other nation has to have a man-fired cannon. And so around this area, no one's advanced as us, so we've got big bombers and all this stuff, so yeah. Next things, some other things, I can't remember what they are. This is a battle one, the Land War Memorial, which is a war based on attacking this area and winning. I showed this off, I think. I showed that off. I showed that off. Oh yes. So it may not look a lot, but I've done a lot of so if you've noticed before in my other videos, I've also been doing such, oh yes, so I finally finished the wall. Now it's completely filled in all the way around. So yep, this is a complete wall, and another wall, because why not. I've got some trees over here. We've got the beehive, which we use for honey, and you can see honey depositories down here. It's just a beehive. We have bees, so you have a beehive. Next up is the underground bit. So nothing's been done over here or anything, which I should get onto, some bits down here, and I will later, much later. I've got other bits to do. So I've started doing some bits down here. You will notice a bit of a change. So I've started building rooms. So now if I go through here, that's built, and this one's built. Yeah, so that's the start. And then there's some bits over here and blah blah blah. So yeah. Now I haven't gone to like buildings that you'd think are cool, and if you're like, you want to see cool buildings, like funky, like some of these, like that one, it's quite funky, and I know some of these are like funky buildings, like that little mini one, and all this. This is the upper class area, so all the buildings are better. This is the trading centre. I still haven't done the interior, but the train line goes from here through the business estate, district, whatever you want to call it, area, the business area, to the train station, which is in the business area, which makes sense, to the trading hub, back to the trading hub, and then it goes through the military section. It's all military, to the harbour. So yeah. Now some little bits that have been done. So I don't remember all of them are, but I know some are. They're down here. Nope, that's closed. Over there. So underneath this ship, you notice these. And if you've ever watched a war film, you know what these are. They're the sea mines. These are bing, and they're trying to avoid some brains. But I haven't built a lot of them, and I was thinking of doing them like all on here, but I can't be arsed. Most things are, you can't be arsed in the end. Yeah, I think that's it for now. I haven't done much more. I'll keep you informed when I do my next bit. I have done a little bit, but it's like really not worth mentioning. I added a couple bit more farms. Some of these farms are gone, but I added 2 more farms on here because, you know, this area here is small. This community is less than a couple, and they're the independent nation, part of the united part here. Now there are 3 different nations here because of reasons, but the main empire is the Big Cross, and they own all of that side. This is owned by a separate kingdom, but still under rule. So yep, so they have no power. Basically they're just cool and stuff, whatever. And this is an independent town, which we've given this flag, which is a status flag, which says you're a small independent village, now owned by us. Laws: no disloyalty, no personal items. All items belong to the king. All items belong to the kingdom. Punished by death, firing line. By firing line. So if you basically go, I own a sword. Look, it's my sword. Look, it's my sword. You get shot and dead. Now, this is the smallest and least defended part of the entire kingdom. Like, all of this kingdom's like boxing the wall, and this is like the part I've just gone, yeah, that's be fine. Oh yes, here's the part I was going to talk about. This is a slave wagon. I don't know how it got up here. I didn't think about it. But look, it's a slave wagon. You lock your people in the back, you go to the front, and you drive. This is what I mean. It's a bit backwards of a kingdom, but you live with it. This little town started off with one farm, and then over time, so let's say when its kingdom started, when I started building it, the kingdom was small, and it was more of a village over there, because the empire just come in and just went, we're going to build a small town here, and this lot had no say, so they went, okay, and we promised them protection. Then a week later, we expanded and built some more things, and they're like, I don't like it. And then our temple was built, and they're like, we don't want to convert this to religion. Then in a month's time, after that, the wall got built. Not in real time, this is all in this world's time. The wall got built, and now they're completely ruled. Like, at one point we're like, we'll give you this status, it will help you, it means we can trade for you. But they didn't realise that trade for you means we're taking them over and basically telling them who to deal with. As farmers as they were. Look, this is all the belongings of the town. They own 4 emeralds, which is fuck all money in this world. They have barely anything worth money in here. Like, they're fuck all. They may have a fish. Right? The other industry here is a stonery. They have a stone shop with claimers. There's the sign. The kingdom are robbing us. Bad spelling, but kingdom is robbing us. Should be right, but I wrote this a little while ago, so my spelling's been shit because I was rushing. So yeah, you can see at this point all the land that they have free, like up here, it's just been turned into food production. They've got all this money given to them to like, hey, we're going to support you, and then weeks later they were like, so we're supporting you. Now you have to get us some profit. So they built giant farms, and these people now have to work on them. And if you go further in this kingdom, you've got the trading hub just inside. None of these guys can actually trade, so they're useless. You've got watchtowers. These are guard watchtowers. If they ring the bell, it means something's happening, but they're normally just watching over people walking around. And the temple, which is heavily guarded for reasons. So yeah, this small lot, them lot though, they pay middle class tax, or the town pays a certain amount to us, so we don't just obliterate them off the planet. And they pay that through farming, and through that farming we go, so you can have healthcare. Unlike the lowest citizens, this lot do get free healthcare through their belongings, basically, through the service to the country, as we say it. Very communist-esque, but not, because the person on top will kill anyone and doesn't know. Here we've got the local monument ground. It should never be touched, and you'll be executed for touching it. This is a bit of old monument that's been protected. Next up we have more farms. So I think I could say this is a little farm owned by some people up here, which they're legally allowed to do if they pay for the land. This I haven't, but they just built a farm. Out here, no one's going to judge, because our leader's not here. I haven't finished this wall. Oh no, I was expanding this wall, wasn't I? Oh yeah, that was it. So originally I was building this wall, and it was like that, and I was like, that's fine. Now I'm going to make this bigger, but that's a later project. Here's the rich upper class area with their farms, which you can see are very productive and well maintained. in here we've got the upper class taxing system. It's 1 emerald per week, which to a lower class town, an emerald can buy. I haven't worked out the economy, but let's say an emerald is quite a lot of money. Let's see, because what materials are there? So there's copper ingots in there, iron nuggets. So copper is the type of currency in this place as well, but we're not going to say it is. So the highest is this because this is brand new. These shards are worth millions, let's say, like your rich currency. One of these is worth like 1,000 of them, something like that. A gold is worth 100 emeralds, and this crystal's worth 1,000. A gold nugget is 1/4, so that's 100, so 25 emeralds per nugget. The nether iron ingots, which in my universe are like the best made armor stuff, are ridiculous prices, and I say a million. And the bank has some. Oh, did I show off the safe? I think I did, yeah. So yeah, that's all I've done this week, and I think the next thing I expand on, I've got some other bits I want to do, so I'm going to build some bits here and there, but also slowly greening out the area, because I think the rich upper class area the upper class areas would well have concrete, or they would have gardens, and the lower class get what they're given. Which this kingdom's a very reluctant spot, because over there's the jungle, so there's food, there's the water, so trading. So this spot was like the perfect place for a kingdom. And because I only just found a village here and I built off a village, that was literally the point. I found this village, built a road to the other village when I started. Literally when I started there was just this village and I built tiny little things. And I used to just walk around and do fishing and bits. Do normal things, do Minecraft and creative because I'm bored like that. And I built stupid things like when the bell first came in, I saw something and I was like, I love this idea. And here it is. It's a siren, which is very annoying. But my most annoying thing about that is the bells you can't hear from very far away, which was probably because of multiplayer and people being stupid with them. But I'm like, for fuck's sake, at least let me, on my own Minecraft, control the volume or the amount of blocks you can hear one from. Because I might want it for 100 blocks or 1,000 blocks because I want to hear that like ding, it's night time or something like that. But nope. I mentioned I'm not going to build some bits. I'm going to go to bits over here. But anyway, thank you for watching. I'll get on building later. Thank you very much. Bye.